Hey friends, in this video we're going to explore the EOS T7, the probable successor to the T6 that we should be seeing soon. So in terms of Canon's market segmentation, I've made a video about this already. There's the TX and then the TXI or the TXS. So that X being some integer between, like 1 and 9. So there's the T5. My partner has one of those. There's the T5i, which is kind of the video-centric. It has autofocus in video, all that tilty flippy touchscreen. And then there's the T6, T6S, then now the T7, T7i. They've already released the T7i. That has a tilty flippy touchscreen. It has DPAF. It has a lot of video features, mic in, all that. So the T7 is probably going to be the photography-oriented T7i, T7 series. So what that means is that it might have a few more autofocus points, probably not, but maybe a little bit better AF performance. It probably won't have a tilty flippy touchscreen based on Canon's history with the way they segment these. It's going to cost a little bit less, and it's going to ostensibly be a little bit more photography-oriented. Now, the T7i, the way they've built that and the way they've marketed it is being a big upgrade for people that are using entry-level bodies, but it's not just here you go. It's also built out with a lot of very beginner-oriented learning opportunities within that camera. So there's explanations for a lot of things. It gets you more into more serious photography, and I think that the T7 is going to really continue that tradition. So I don't think there's really anything super exciting to go along with this, but I think it could be really good to have on the table for Canon's market segmentation, if not most consumers. So I think this is going to be a really big earner for them, because I think a lot of people are going to say, oh, I don't need that tilty flippy touchscreen. Oh, DPAF is going to be fine just on that fixed screen on the back. Or, oh, I'm willing to save, a couple bucks without that and without some slightly more video-centric features, and I'll be just fine. So I think this is going to be a great camera for still entry-level photographers that are interested in kind of stepping up their game, and it's going to be another iteration of that ADD sensor that we've been seeing in everything so far. So as a result of that, we're going to see a lot of profit out of Canon over the next, probably all through this year and into a good portion of next year, just off the back of these APS-C sized sensors in all of these bodies, because at this point it'll be ADD, EOS M5, EOS M6, EOS M20 when that comes out, T7i, 77D, and now T7. So that'll be like 8 cameras that all have the same sensor, and SL2, 9. So because of that, they're keeping by artificially changing how many AF points you get, like in the SL2 versus the ADD, T7i, 77D, EOS M5, EOS M6, blah, 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 blah. By artificially changing the number of AF points, that's a really minor tweak, and so they can build a lot of profit into their devices, and by doing that, what they're ending up doing is putting themselves in a really great position going forward to really throw money into R&D and lenses and more bodies. So for Canon and into shareholders' pockets. So from Canon's perspective, this is a really great thing that they've done, and let's just see where they go with it. Thank you very much for your time and for your attention. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one.